Hello everyone. Just want to come at you tonight with a couple of very rare early 2000s LiftMaster Estate Series machines. If we look very closely at them, no, it's hard to see in the light, but it says half horsepower on them. They both say half horsepower. And let me clarify that these are both legitimate machines. They're not anything homemade. But what we're looking at here is on the chain drive unit. It's going to be tough to focus in. Let's see if I can zoom the camera in a little. See if it'll focus for us. Maybe. Anyway, it says 2565. Very rare. Only was made for a handful of years. I think the latest it was made was 2003. It started back in late 01. This one was made in October of 01. That's basically when the production started for this style of opener, when they changed to this case style, which was released in early 02, I believe. May have been mid 02, but I think it was early 2002. What we have here on the left is the model 2580. I think there's been a couple of us that have shown this already on YouTube. Not quite as rare as a chain drive. Chain drive was pretty rare. This was just a standard T-rail setup like you'd see on a 2265 or any other LiftMaster chain drive that doesn't use the I-beam rail setup. The difference with this machine, besides being red cased and the lights on the side and being in a Estate Series, is it had MVIS. So it had the exact same motor as the 2580 and of course what would have been the 2280 at that time, which is more well known now today as, or was, the 8355, and then between the 2280 and 8355 was the 3280. So basically it had the Formula One motor in a chain drive. So very quiet for a chain drive, especially the half HP chain drive. I don't think I've ever seen one in the wild of either one of these in my state, but I just wanted to give you a little info on them. I obtained these over the past couple of months on eBay. Pretty neat though. They came with the 98LM motion detecting wall control, the white one. And then they came with the Burled Walnut 3-button remote 973W. And those were the only two included accessories in the box. I did look it up in the manual and confirm that prior to making the video. They did not have a -267 to my knowledge on either one of these. I actually have one of these brand new in the box in storage. And it was also made in October of 01. And what's really neat about it is the Burled Walnut remote actually has the older LiftMaster logo, the LiftMaster on it. So it's pretty rare. If I ever get a chance to getting it out, I'll show it to you guys. Maybe one of these days when I get a decent place to hang these, I'll hang this on a door. I'm not going to hang the new one on the door because I want to preserve it. But we'll put this on a door. I have not tuned these or anything or tuned them up. This is the way they came. The only thing I've done is clean them up. But I can run each one of them for you tonight, and you can kind of get an idea. There is quite a bit of noise in there because of the bearings and the bushings are dry. But we'll run them one at a time, starting with the belt drive. Here we go. Fairly quiet for a 20-some-year-old used machine. Let's go ahead and run that chain drive. Chain drive's a little louder. It has more bushing noise. Like I said, bear in mind, I haven't tuned these or done anything with them. I have never even had the case off of either one of them. I just obtained them recently, and I just wanted to show them to you and share you a little bit of knowledge about them because they're not a very common machine, and I don't know if a lot of people actually know about them. This machine here actually was the face of the lineup when LiftMaster came out with this particular case style. I remember seeing back when I was younger, he said LiftMaster Estate Series, and then they had a whole bunch of them spread out for like a photo shoot, and then this guy was the one in the middle and the one that seemed to be used on a lot of people's websites back in the early 2000s when they had a picture of LiftMaster Estate Series and an opener next to it. This was the one, the 2580R. And actually I forgot to show you, but this one here, if it'll focus, it's very tough to get this thing to focus in this light level. You can see it's made in 6 of 03. But it says 2580R in there, trust me. It's not homemade. But very rare machines. I've only seen this particular one a handful of times on eBay, and the handful of times that I've seen it, I bought it both times. One being this used one here recently, and then the new one in the box several years ago I got. But yeah, it's pretty good quality, pretty rare, pretty neat to have. But I just thought I'd share those with you for those of you that don't know about these machines. Have a good one.